Hello there, everyone. Thank you so much for being here with me. I really appreciate you guys. Let me know if you can hear me. First of all, I want to say thank you guys so much for hanging in here with me. I know it's been a while. Um, I'm still kind of recovering right now, guys. I'm in therapy. Um, First of all, let me say this. Thank you all so much for all of your prayers and good wishes and everything. It's meant so much to me. I know I haven't been able to get back to everyone, and but I did see the comments, and I love you all, and I missed you all too. Just want to make sure you guys know that I really appreciate this community that we have here because I've gotten through some days that you guys really helped me when I looked at the comments and that kind of thing. And I saw how much you cared. I appreciate you guys so much. Um, but like I said, I'm still in therapy. I'm still healing. You can't see the injury. It's under here. It's on my right arm. Um, what was I going to say about that? Anyway, um, it's the graft took pretty well. The graft, as a matter of fact, is pretty much healed. But what they're telling me is that under the graft, all of the tissue has to heal. So it may take a year for everything to really get healed, a year, maybe even more. And this is why I'm in therapy. At least I can raise my right arm now. And then, of course, the graft came from my right leg so that, everything was kind of hindered. I'm still sore, um, but I'm doing 100% better than when this first happened. And it happened so fast, guys. I don't even know how to tell you what happened. I'm cooking, and all of a sudden, my T-shirt. I guess I was too close to the range as I was reaching for a bowl out of my cabinet, and somehow my T-shirt caught a fire, and I'm right near the sink, but I'm trying to put it out, and I saw that I couldn't get the water to the shirt fast enough, and I yelled, and my husband came and just pulled the shirt off of me, and that's how that happened. But it could have been a lot worse. So I'm grateful that he was there, and he could help me with that. So I was in the hospital for a while, and I started my therapy like maybe a couple of weeks ago. So anyway, guys, I am so glad to be back. Guys, let me know. I hope you can hear me after I said all that. I appreciate you guys. Um, so we have Candy. Hi, Candy. Nathan, Apple, Flawed, um, RD, Road, Kathy, Brenda, Arsenal. God, I've missed you guys. And I thought, hey, Steph, um, today. Hi, Brian. Yes, I'm back. Jackie. Um, I kept thinking about, do you really want to go back today? Because I've been keeping up on things a little bit. But guys, you know what? I think that, um, hi, Janet. So good to see you. Thank you for all your prayers. Barbara. Hey, the gang's all here. Hey, Tab. Carol. Yeah, it's good to see you guys. Um, anyway, I'm still a little hoarse, guys. This is all from the surgery and all that. But anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, okay. I haven't been keeping up a lot, but I know that I've been watching how um, everybody's ready for him to be gone. But here's another thing: as I've been out, guys, and there's some things that Spirit has put on my heart. Sometimes, I don't know why this happened. People ask me, why do you think it happened? Why do you think it happened? I don't know. I don't know. But I know that, I've been listening to Spirit a lot. And I feel like this is something that I've been wanting to do. I've been wanting to get away from so much politics because I think that we are giving this one person or these few people so much of our energy that it's not doing us any good. We're giving them too much space in our head, in our consciousness, and that kind of thing. So um, I feel like I'm ready to move the channel kind of in a different direction. And not that I won't be doing tarot, because, of course, tarot is the thing that I love to do. But I'm going to bring in some other aspects too, and probably get away from so much of the political parts because, guys, we've been doing this for 10 years and he's still here. Things are getting worse and worse and worse. And if you've been with me from the beginning, when I first started reading on reading politics and that kind of thing, and I think probably, well, not since I've been reading politics, but I think when Kamala didn't get in, and we were all so upset, and we kept asking Spirit all these questions, and all we could get was patience, patience, patience. Well, we're still here. So I think it's all about divine timing. We know that eventually it's going to happen, but the timing, we cannot control that. So I've been having my conversations with Spirit and that kind of thing. And I think that where I want to lead us is to understand our own power. And I've talked about this before. So I hope that you guys will hang in here with me, and um, we'll all see where this goes together. So, Pippi, how are you? Oh, thank you, Arsenal. I am so glad he was here too. Do you guys? I know that the last thing today that I saw was that he was going to send some troops or something to Chicago from Texas. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I saw that. And I thought, wow, now he's really asking for trouble, right? We know if that happens, that changes a whole lot of things. We can read on that. I don't want to read on, yeah, Epstein is hunting him too when he's going down, because really it doesn't matter. We know that eventually he is, but we cannot control when. Baby 551, thank you. She says welcome back. So let's just take a look at, and if you guys have any questions for me, just please put it in the chat. I don't know how long I'm going to be on. It kind of depends on how I'm feeling. But if you have any comments, put it in the chat for me. Oh, Tink, thank you so much. I appreciate you. Tink says, miss your beautiful face. I'm not feeling well, so I'm not going to chat. Oh, I hope you feel better. But I'm here, and you were missed. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And you feel better. I understand if you're not feeling well. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. So what I want to look at right now is excuse me, guys. I'm just getting my bearings back. I hope you guys understand. What's going to happen? What will happen if he sends the National Guard from Texas to Chicago? What will be the outcome if that happens? What will be the outcome? And I'm using the true crime cards today. So, what will be the outcome of him sending troops for the National Guard from Texas to Chicago, if that happens? Of course, you know he's going to try, because even though it's illegal, he's going to do his best to get it going anyway, and then he'll figure out later what to do about it. Jackie B, LV. Okay, let's see. All right, Spirit, talk to me. Talk to me about 45 sending the National Guard to Chicago. Okay, we have caregiver. I think this is about, in a sense, we know that he is all about causing chaos, pushing people around, getting them to, he wants to get some things started. He's already, to me, tried that with, letting people know that he was going to send people to Chicago in the first place. So I think there's been some things that are going on that this is his opportunity to cause chaos, so that when it happens, he'll be able to say, well, I'm sending the National Guard, because Chicago is so terrible that people cannot live there anymore without the troops taking over and bringing, straightening things out. So to me, this is about him pushing people around. Dearly not so departed. Thank you. Valid point. It's been weighing on you as well. Yeah, I think that his whole thing is, what can I get people? How much chaos can I cause so that I can take over? Then the next card we have is the outer space card. Now, this could mean a couple of things. Of course, I don't know, but I don't think that Leon has been in the mix very much. He's been awfully quiet, but don't let that fool you, because he's probably helping in some manner. They like to make us think that there is things going on that really aren't. So as far as I'm concerned, they're probably still working together, still friends, that kind of thing. And then, people have also talked about aliens coming and that kind of thing. This could be, or maybe we could be getting help from them, you know. So that could be a part of it also. So then the last card I have is trapped. So he wants to really trap the people in some kind of way to make them feel like they need his help. This is his whole point. He wants to make people feel like they need him, and he's the only one that can help. And so he's going to cause a lot of confusion, but also be careful. I hope the people that are in Illinois are very careful because if troops come in there from Texas, we know that it's going to cause a lot of problems because the mayor and the governor has already said they don't want it. So they're going to have their own troops there or whatever. Um, this could cause a lot of people to get hurt and that kind of thing. So this trap things here to me is about a trap. He's setting a trap for what he wants to have done. Now, when we say he, I don't know how much he is really involved, guys. Um, I don't think that he's been pulling the strings a lot anyway. We know that Stephen Miller has been, um, and Peter Thiel, Vance, the whole Project 2025 thing. We know that that's really been um, they've been really pushing things along. I've always said he's a puppet, and I still believe that he's just a puppet, and they're using him. He may even know that they're using him, but he's going along with it because he likes being in the spotlight. He likes for people to think that he is all powerful. Um, so I think they are really behind this whole thing, and they want America to be the way they want it to be, and we know what that means, but we don't even need to go there. So no, it's not just him. It's him and a lot of other people. Do you guys have any questions for me? Hi, Vanessa. Tanya, thank you. um, yeah, Candy, I'm hoping they'll be okay too. I hope they get the memo to try to stay out of the way in a sense if they can. But calling in National Guard from other places is the problem. And that's what they want. They want to cause a problem. um let's see. So how have you all been doing since I haven't seen you? Oh, thanks, Evie. She says she loves my braids. I appreciate it. Yeah, he's fighting a tooth and nail, Candy. But the deal is, he just does what he wants to do anyway. That's the problem. Hi, Running Herd Productions. Thank you, Pippi. Um, what's going on in you guys' lives? Um, Yeah, Candy is asking Mary, how has the experience changed you? I'm so glad you're recovering. Oh, in a lot of ways, guys. Really, the answer to that question is that I do feel like Spirit has led me into a different direction as far as the channel, as far as that kind of thing. Personally, um, it's made me stop and think more about the people that I had so many people to check in on me and to take care of me, my family, my friends, all the cards and things that I've gotten. And sometimes you take that kind of thing for granted. Um, and I feel like it's helped me to slow down. I know people say that all the time, but I'm a doer. I like to keep moving, like to do things. It's really slowed me down and made me take a look at just the life around me, what's going on around me, and what's important. Which brings me back to this channel. Um, I don't think it's a good thing for us to keep dwelling on some things that we can't control. There's nothing wrong with knowing what's going on, but some of these things, no matter what, we can't control. It's only making us more depressed and more anxious and that kind of thing, even though um, we're scared for others that this is affecting a lot of people, him being in office, that is. And we feel compassion for people and that kind of thing, but some of those things are just out of our hands. And I'm learning that sometimes there are reasons that things happen. Um, Sometimes there's contracts that are made before we even set foot on this earth. I mean, I've been just doing a lot of research about um, the place that we are right now as not even Americans, but around the world, and all these things are happening. Um, I've been doing a lot of things creatively, getting back to my art and that kind of thing, because my art was always about um, pretty much this kind of thing. And I think that no matter what you do creatively, everybody needs to have a creative outlet so that they can focus on something else that's important to them, whatever that might be. It doesn't have to be drawing or painting or any of those kind of things. Maybe, your art thing that you like to cook, or maybe you like to dance, but we all need some kind of creative outlet that's going to help us to get our minds in a better place, because concentrating on this kind of thing 24/7 is not good for any of us. So um, that's some of the things but a lot has changed. A lot has changed. Um, and I'm still working on it. I'm still recovering. So anyway, I'm just listening. I'm listening more to spirit, even though I thought I did a lot already, but I'm just taking it all in. And I think sometimes we all need to slow down and just take it in, see what spirit, for those of you that, and I know most of you guys here on this channel, are very spiritual. You know how to get in touch with um, the creator and that kind of thing. But a lot of people don't. They don't understand that. Um, First of all, I just to say one thing about what I'm learning. Everything is so much about division. The division is here so that these people that are running the world right now can stay in power. So as long as they keep us fighting one against another, it's to their benefit. So that in that sense, we have given them our power. And it's been happening for years. It didn't just start, but now it's even, you can see it even bigger because it's touching so many of us. You know what I'm saying? So I think we have to get back to the truth. That's what I feel. Hi, Hazel. Okay, Janet says, is he going to be in office by the end of September? That's one thing that we can't control. I'm not even going to read on when he's leaving and that kind of thing anymore. That's one thing we can't control. It's not up to us. It's not up to us. I mean, honestly, I feel like even if something happened to him, it's going to be the same thing like with Pootie. To me, Pootie has been gone. But they're going to have somebody to replace him until they figure out what else to do. You know what I'm saying? And who are we to say, even if we saw it and we figured it out, that's not really him? Well, what can we do about it if it's not really him? You see what I'm saying? They're going to go on with it's him until they're ready to tell the public that he's gone. So, you know, thank you, Hazel. That's just how I feel about it. So it doesn't matter. It really doesn't. It doesn't matter. Hi, Golden Tara. Kismet. Oh, thank you, Kismet. I don't know about that, but yeah, I'm back. Thank you, Joy Friends. I missed you guys too. I'm glad. I am so glad to be back. Let's see, are the Epstein victims part of the divine feminine that will show the truth? I believe that just from, I don't even have to read the cards on that, but I can. I'll pull 3 cards and see what it says. But yeah, I believe that the divine feminine is showing up and they are a part of it. Now, I'm sure there were, you know, boys, young men also involved in that kind of thing. It wasn't just the women. So, but let's look at the divine feminine and Epstein. Yeah, because this is the season for that. All right. The divine feminine and Epstein. It's time for the divine feminine to, and it's not just women, to realize who they are. Okay, the lovers just fell out. Let's get 2 more. And we have the 2 of Swords, lovers. And the last card is Justice. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The truth about what's happened is going to come out. But here's the deal, guys. This is not new. Yeah, Epstein is the one of our generation that has been doing this, but this has been going on for hundreds of years. This is not the first time that this has ever happened in society. It's been going on. But now I think Spirit is ready for things to change. And it's like we have a decision to make. If we want to have things the way they go the way they should normally, and we're talking about trafficking and that kind of thing, you know, we're going to have to see some kind of justice when it comes to him, when it comes to people like Diddy. And there's many others, that we look at these priests and pastors who are doing the same thing, maybe not on as big a scale as Epstein or Diddy, or, you know, there are many, many more. This is because they've been able to get away with it. And it's like we're talking about choices. We got to educate the people about what's going on so that they can make the right decision about what is it that we need to do to stop this from happening. And I think that we got to dig really, really deep. I can remember when we first started talking about it, and we first started talking about orange peel and everything. All we kept getting was traffic, traffic, traffic. And I kept telling you guys, I think Spirit wants us to look at the traffic end of this. See, this is what happens when you don't listen, when you don't listen to what Spirit is telling you. But if you guys have been with me for a while, you know that I kept saying that this is more about the traffic than anything else. And it is still about the traffic. It's about how we treat one another. And if people are just using people and doing all kind of rituals and that kind of thing to get what they need, that's not good. And we're going to see justice. Something's going to come from this. Something's going to come from this with the Epstein. I mean, it may not happen right away. You know how slow our justice system works. So it's probably not going to happen right away. And even if they do release some of the names, they're not going to release them all. We're not going to we're not going to know everything. And it took a long time for this to happen, for this to come to the forefront, for us to really take a look at it. It took all of the politics and all of these kinds of things. It took Kamala not getting into office, which at this point, if it's going to stop what's been happening with people, maybe it was a good thing. You guys see where they had those children, 600 and some children on a plane without supervision, and they were going to drop them off in another country. I don't know if you guys heard about that, but that is just terrible. What do you think is going to happen to those kids? Those are more people that are going to be trafficked. And, if that judge hadn't stepped up, those kids would be gone. So, yeah, I believe that a lot of things are going to change because of the time that we're in. It's just time for us to to understand what is going on and where Spirit is leading us. Christine says, "What are you recovering from?" I had an accident where I got burned, where I burned myself, Christine. And I'm still recovering from that. I was burned on my right arm, so I'm still in therapy trying to get that healed in so that I can use it like normal. But it's a lot better. Let's see, what else? Yeah. Yeah, I know that she was someone of color. I don't know for sure if she was Black, but I know that she was a person of color that had the planes turned around and brought those children back. They were just going to drop them off. Um, I think that's some of the kids that were separated from their parents. I don't know the whole story, guys. Um, okay. Steph says they were seeking refuge here, but they weren't with their parents. And the thing is that I heard that some of them had relatives here that were willing to take them in, but you know them, that couldn't happen. They were in foster care. Okay. Oh, she was Black. Okay. Oh, thank you, Dot. I appreciate you. This went. Okay, let me go. Let's see what else we have here. Thank you, Andian. Her name is Sparkle. Yeah, you have to be careful about, them putting kids in foster care too a lot of times. It's not a good thing, guys. If they can go to someone in the family, that is so much better if they can. Okay. Do we have any other questions, guys? Hmm. I don't know um, if they were reported missing or not. Oh, thank you, Blessed. I appreciate that. Christine, have a question. Okay, what do you think was in the bags they were throwing out the window at the White House? That's a great question. What could have been in those bags, guys? Um, I thought about that and I'm thinking, like, well, if they were throwing bags out the window of the White House, it couldn't have been anything too important because people could pick the trash up and go through it. Um, I don't know if I can get an answer, but I can try to ask the question. Okay, Spirit, talk to us about what was in the bags. I got a feeling, guys, it was just something else, another distraction. Couldn't have been anything important. Just another distraction, something else for us to talk about. Let's see what we get. That's what I'm hearing. See, the thing is to get away from people, away from talking about these EPS files. That's what they want to die down. So they just might do anything. He just might do anything because his name will probably show up along with a lot of others. A lot of others, not just him. And I always said from the beginning, when this happened, when this goes down, it's not going to just be Republicans, guys. So don't think that you're not going to see some of your favorite Dems on the list, because it's going to be a lot of people. Let's see. Can you tell us anything, Spirit, about that? I'm getting just a distraction, another distraction, but I'm going to pull 3 cards. That's interesting. Judgment. The 9 of Swords. And yeah, this is exactly what I just talked about. Okay, so we have Judgment. So this is, look at this. It's like people are falling. It's like he's like the things that were thrown out of the windows, right? Out of that one window, I think it was. I don't know how many things. Some people say 1 bag. Some people say more bags. I don't know. But anyway, yeah, things were thrown out because they're trying to stop the judgment. He's very worried. He's worried. It's keeping him up at night about what's going to be in those files. And the Ace of Swords, of course, is all about the truth coming out. So we may see a lot of things happen. We may see a lot of things go on that's kind of out of character or out of the usual, because they're trying to distract. That's one of the reasons for him talking about sending the National Guard from Texas to Chicago, is to distract. Because what can be worse than you knowingly and purposely abusing children in that manner? What can be worse than that? So whatever happens, they don't care as long as the focus is off of what they've been doing. That's how I see it. I think that's what it was. Apple said dirty diapers. Okay. All right. Renovations that got too lazy to carry them out. They were yelled at for doing it. His old lace front wigs that he don't wear anymore. Okay. Claude, you think it was AI? And I heard that that's what he said. It was AI, and it could be. Thank you, light love. I'm healing slowly but surely. I don't know if they actually can't open, but Some people say, see, we'll never know. But I really think it was more of a distraction. That's just what came to me. Trying to get away with not paying for the renovations. Andy, huh? Um, the victims. I'll select some names. Dad, I heard they say some names were named, like the ex-president. Now, is that what you heard? Yeah, he's just he's just trying everything. He bombed that boat from Venezuela to distract. It was never confirmed that there were drugs on the boat, but it was a distraction. Yeah, a lot of things are going to happen because people are really putting a lot of pressure on them to about the Epstein thing. Maybe Sneaky threw a bag out to retrieve Social Security, would not ask questions. Oh, thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. Yeah, I heard about the Jets. Okay, Bless wants to know if he was really live or part AI. Um, like I said, it's not going to make a difference. I can ask if he's among the living. I think I'll ask my pendulum, which I haven't used in a while. So let me just cleanse it. I can ask if he's still here, but like I said, I don't think that it's going to matter, guys. They're just going to put another one in there. Until they're ready to do whatever it is they're going to do next. Until we really figure it out. All right, Spirit. Show me yes. Thank you. Show me no. Thank you. My name is Mary. Yes. Okay. Now, we don't know for sure what is real, what is not, but we're going to see what Spirit says. Spirit is 45, still alive. Is 45, still alive. Okay, I'm getting no. Um, was the video that we saw of 45? I think it was yesterday. Talking about what he was going to do in Alabama. Was that an AI video? I'm getting yes. Spirit, is Pootie still alive? I'm getting no. I've always gotten no for Pootie. for a while, for months now. Um, so, like I said, even if it isn't him, guys, and this is saying, the pendulum is saying he's not still among the living. Um, they're just going to put a double up there until they're ready to let us know when they feel like it's necessary for us to know. See, these are things that we can't do anything about, no matter what, because none of us can go up there and say, "I know that's not him." You know what I'm saying? They're just going to look at you like you're crazy. So I don't know. Yeah, because he met with Pootie. I see what Andion is saying. They're not sure, could he have taken something or gotten something when they were together. Um, it's possible. This what I just lit is sage. So yeah, Steph, I agree. You said it's time for people to realize being in the files mean he's probably a suspect in them, or they would be out by now. True, but you know what's going to happen? Okay, so MAGA is going to turn against him if this, because MAGA seems to be ready to let him go if this is true, because they want to know about it too. He's gotten away with everything. So does that mean that something's going to happen if he's in the files? Are people just going to be mad? Um, or is some kind of action going to be taken at this point? That's what bothers me. Hi, Shirley. Good to see you too. Is what's going to happen. Hmm. Okay, so Andy says that she heard that Pootie has something on his hand. Okay, that would make sense. Yeah. Okay. They've been saying Clinton for years. Well, see, when he announced when he announced that, it would make you think that something was up then, right? Why would you say that? Why would he say he's ready to take over the presidency unless there's something, going on? I mean, but why would you, even if something's going on, why would you make that statement? Wouldn't you just be quiet? Thank you, Shirley. Did you notice that all of a sudden? Oh, I guess I'm not surprised they're blaming the Biden administration. What um, they blame him for everything anyway. His eyeliner. I'm going to have to start paying more attention to Vance. Hmm. Okay, let's ask that question. Yeah, I'm sure he's been all over the place. Kay Kennedy wants to know if other countries are going to release the files. All right, Spirit. Will other countries release EPS files also? So we're getting yes. Um, are they waiting for the files in the United States, from the United States, to be released first? I'm getting yes. Yeah, I'm sure other countries are involved. They all know what he was doing. Thank you, Amy. I miss you guys too. I haven't been keeping up with Marjorie Taylor Greene, but why is she so mad, guys? If I do, I don't remember what it was all about. Oh, well, that's good. Christine says Congress will be forced to act if it's proven he's in the files. The one they showed in white hat over the weekend did not look like him. Okay. 4 Republicans signed. Yeah. Yeah. I saw that this afternoon that it passed. Okay, we're talking about something else. Yeah, right. Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about. They're not going to let us, they're not going to tell us anything until they're ready. But what is she so mad? What is Marjorie Taylor Greene so mad at Orange Peel about? I think his oranges are sluggish. He keeps getting more puffy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, I think which digital, you're probably right. They know that, hi, Brazil, they're going to be in trouble too. Oh, thank you, Jerome. He's less orange. Yeah. I just got a feeling that, they're in a lot of trouble too. So they're trying to distance themselves, or they're afraid that they won't get reelected. So they have to, um, even if they're not against him, they're going to have to pretend they are. Yeah, Christine, I hear you. She's running from the sinking ship. She's got her money and she is ready to hit the trails. Okay, that's what Andion is saying. Um, Shoot, before it's all over with, MTG might become a Democrat, guys, just to keep her little spot. Yeah, I was going to say, Christine, you're right. They're going to compile their own list. I don't know. I know it's a lot of people, but yeah, I'm afraid for them. Really, I am. Uh-huh. Golden Tara says, I think MTG is being fake, deflecting from her alleged insider trading. Yes, I don't trust that lady at all. Not at all. What's a big thing? Oh, well, if I listen to what I just got from my pendulum guys, I would say that he's already departed. I would say that he's already departed, and maybe we won't find out till October till they get all their ducks in a row for whatever reason. You know, they've got to get some things lined up before they let us know, because I'm seeing that he's already gone. So, you know, that's something to think about, really. Because if he's already gone, I mean, they may not let us know for a while. That's the feeling I have. They're not going to let us know for a while. They'll put AI up there or a body double or something to keep us thinking that he's still here. You know, that's going to be the problem. And what can we do about it? Okay, so which says Epstein victims said that they are going to release the files if the White House didn't. So do they have the files? Do they have the files? Yeah, that's true, Christine. They're running things right now, so, but it'll be official. Hmm. So she was up there. Candy says she was shocked Marjorie Taylor Greene was up there. Was she up there with the victims? Is that what you're saying? Oh, Brazil, thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate you. Thank you. Vance won't be able to hold the attention. Yeah, I agree with that, Christine. I don't think he's He's their person. Okay, which is saying there's a lot of inconsistencies with the photos, as well as mirrors are not reflecting properly. In one photo that I seen consistent with current AI photo technology. I'll have to look closer at the photos. You're saying mirrors are not reflecting properly. So are you saying that he's standing in front of a mirror and it's not looking right? Okay. Vance is busy, probably. I'm sure he is. Steph. No, MTG. But I think she's trying to, eventually we might hear that she's changed her tune. But I think, okay, so she's in a district with a lot of MAGAs right now. But so, she's anticipating the MAGAs getting upset with him, maybe. And she wants to be on the good side. I'm talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene, guys, because her district is MAGA. So she's trying to save herself. Well, I guess they don't really have to have the files to prove who's on the list because they were there and they know who's the victims know who was there. So they can just make their own list. And I'm sure people believe it because let's just hope that everybody stays safe. All of the victims stay safe. Yep, Margaret, I'm back. Thank you. Mary asked if survivors, wait a minute, ask if survivors will be our saving grace. Okay, so you're talking about the victims? That's probably about the only thing that's gonna, if we can get rid of them, if Congress is willing to make a move, and we also got to remember about Supreme Court, guys, because he's going to take it to the Supreme Court. Wait a minute, but no. Okay, so if he's impeached by both the Congress and the Senate, then he's just gone. I don't think he can appeal that. Does anybody know? If you know, put it in the chat for me. All right. Spirit, will the Epps victims be our saving grace? I'm getting yes, because that's what it's all about anyway, guys. That's what Spirit has been trying to get us to see the whole time, even though we've been back and forth and doing all the, looking at all the other distractions and everything. We've been looking at a lot of different distractions, but it still came down to those victims and the trafficking. Okay. I think her. Oh, yeah. Um, hmm Yep. I think that's what got it passed too, right? The four reps signed for the victims. So, I mean, all I can say, guys, is it must be awfully, awfully bad when they go up and they testify about what happened to them and that kind of thing, to turn people around because the people that were sticking for him were sticking for him. We know that. It's hard to turn people around when they're in his corner. She was one of them holding the conference. Really? We're talking about MTG, Andion? Who are we talking about? Hmm. Are you guys are missing your names and things? I hope that's not happening on my channel. I think before I left, though, some people were saying some things were going on with YouTube. Yeah, I'm wondering if the victims have the files, because if the victims have files, they should just release them. The victims are going to name. Okay, so they're going to name names, but do they have files? Which is what everybody's asking for. The victim said they know all the names and are going to compound it. Okay, yeah, I read that. The mirrors are reflecting different people. Oh, on the staircase, on a staircase, are different than the people standing. On the staircase. Huh. Well, that's AI. Wow. So we know that's not real. Okay, Tab says she's going to be back. Thank you. Um, let's see. Trump was out of range of the mirror. I gotta look that one up. I missed seeing. I didn't see that one. I gotta look that up. Hmm. Christine, she says she won't. I won't trust her until she let Jasmine Crockett beat her butt in public. Cause bad body need to catch that fade. Okay, Jasmine owes her one. Yeah. Nancy Mace. Yeah, I saw that about her crying. I didn't read the whole thing though. Signed up also. Yeah, give her credit for that. Okay. If they got text messages and things like that, yeah, they can back it up. So I'm wondering what they heard in those meetings to get her so upset that she switched sides. It must have been awful. Well, all of it is awful, but I mean, you know, it takes a lot for them to switch. I think this is part of the feminine energy. Even the supporters of him will not be able to stand this. At least most of them. Yeah, live stream it. Reporters already proved that the photos were old and doctored. Okay. They wanted to hide that he was, yeah. Because, guys, he keeps going missing. This isn't the first time he's going missing for days and days. I mean, that's so unusual for a president to just go missing. So they got to say something. And Melania was spotted at Walter Reed's. Oh, I don't know. I don't know, Steph. Okay, you don't think he can appeal? Let's hope not. Let's hope not. Has he been impeached from both houses? Yeah, he has to be impeached from both the House and the Senate. And the Senate always, even if the House impeaches him, the Senate always holds it up. This is the only way we can get rid of him. And yeah, they can't. Okay, you're saying they can't appeal if they both impeach. Yep, right, Christine. If he's not here, that's true. Um, Impeach and then remove. Okay, MTG, okay. Okay. Could be copies everywhere. They don't have files there. Okay, they have receipts. Yeah, that makes sense. Yep. I would say that most of the people around him would know it, but they don't. They want to keep their positions too. I'm not saying that they all know, but I would say the majority, a lot of them do know what's going on with him. Who knows? There's so much stuff going on with them guys. Um, if they don't keep their mouth shut, who knows what's going to happen to them? These are current issues with AI. The mess goes back 30 years with no investigation into some and little in others by all kinds of agencies. Okay. But it won't take long before all those corrected. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Some that's. Mm. But does an NDA count if there's been something criminal involved? I don't know where I heard that, but maybe because this was criminal, what was happening, the NDA doesn't matter. I heard that somewhere. Mm. Okay. He paid out over 250 million. That's not even enough. upward of 1,000 victims. Not surprised. Okay, Mace, a pub ran out crying. Yeah, because she was upset from what the survivor was telling them about. Yeah. Yeah. That makes sense. I think Pootie has copies. Yeah. Whoever's in charge of that regime right now, they have copies. Okay, the reality is these women are by many men and the men getting away. Yeah, that's true. Uh, yeah. Oh, Nancy, you're okay. Billy Bush. Possibly. Mm. Yeah, they were being threatened. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm just reading your comments here. Yeah, I don't think the NDA is going to matter because it's criminal what they did, and not everybody knows it. Yeah, some of those old men that are up there that don't want to let go of their positions. Mm-hmm. Like what's his name? The one in Kentucky. Mm. Yeah, the cover up is about the entire system. Steph, everything's going to be have to be torn down and brought back. And which is what's happening in reality. um, Orange Peel is showing us all the little cracks and things that they can get through and make things happen. Just him being in the position that he's in right now, he's showing us how he can maneuver things to get what he wants to happen. See, all that's going to have to be changed. Um, and, if hopefully, I don't know what's going to happen because, it's like at some point we're kind of guessing about Kamala, but let's just say she decides to run in the next election. If she decides to do that, um, there's still a lot of things that's got to be straightened out, because if let's just say he's gone, and they decide that um, he's not gone because of cheating, which we all know that's happened. If nobody pushes that agenda, and Vance and Teal and those names get in there, then they're going to run things, and they're going to, although it may not be as easy for them to get things done as it was for Orange Peel, they're still going to be setting things back further and further and further. You know, it may take them a little longer. So all that's got to be cleaned up. Yeah, which I hear you. You said considering how things were built to begin with. Yeah. That's why we're here, I'm sure. Yeah. A lot of things have got to change. Which says it's amazing. I've been thinking about this for a long time, how things we needed to get better. And I guess I'm actually getting what I wish for in a long, weird way. But I guess weird. No, it's not weird because stuff like this that's been going on for ages, you know, it's not going to be that easy to fix. And these people want to stay in power. They don't want to give up their power. I mean, he's gotten rid of everything that helped minorities get in the door. And it's like we um, we don't, you know, minorities, women, minorities, whatever, don't know what they're doing, and they got to have special treatment. No, that's not why. It's because if it wasn't for those agendas, the door would be slammed every time, even more. So, but now he's gotten rid of that, so we don't have to, you know, it's like everything's going to have to start over. But Turtle, yeah, he'll be leaving. That's what I was trying to think of. But here's the deal, guys. They're going to appreciate what they didn't in the past. When this is all over with, they're going to appreciate diversity. Again, I'm not saying that all people were that way because I don't believe that. But a lot were, and a lot came out from under their rocks when he got in office and started talking about making America great again. What was America before? Before you had free labor. What was it? Could you have done that? No. So what are you talking about? How are you gonna make it great again? First of all, nobody's going back there. Nobody's working on that under that kind of agenda again, no matter what happens. So all I can say is just like it's going downhill now, that's what'll happen if things don't get straightened out. Hey, Von Sil, how are you? Um, so that's what I see happening. Yep, they came all out the dark corners and showed their true selves. I mean, not that we're shocked because we're not. I'm sure a lot of people aren't shocked by it. We knew it was there, but we didn't know how deep it was, I guess. I guess I can say it that way. We always knew it was there, but how deep? Look at how deep it is. And it's all about dividing. It's about divide and conquer. Okay, so let's look at it this way, guys. Okay, so to get rid of all the brown and black people, that's not going to be enough. So they're gonna start going with the people that are less than them in whatever way. You know, they maybe they live in a trailer park. Well, there's can be no more trailer parks, and if there are no more trailer parks, you're going to have to find a way to make some money so that you can have a real house. So what if you can't afford that kind of thing? There will be ways that they will pick on the least of that group. So people are thinking that, oh, it's all about them. It's not about me. Mm-mm. Nope. But you know, people have to learn that. People have to realize that they're not special. They're not special. Mm-mm. Yeah, you get picked on one way or the other because the people that have the money and want to be in charge and want to have the power, they're going to make sure that they stay in power, and that would be by using those people under them to make the money for them. This has been months ago, but there was a lady that said they knew exactly what they wanted to do and that they would burn it all down if they had to. They are not going back, and I concur. Right, right. Hmm. Well, yeah, most major cities are diverse. Very, very true. That's why he calls them shitholes. That's what he said about Chicago. That's what he wants to say about Baltimore. Okay. He's anything that has diversity, he's calling everything but a good place to live. I'll put it that way. Yeah, see, they got us mixed up for some reason, thinking that people are going to go back, but it'll never happen. Okay, guys. Oh, thank you, Bonsil. Debbie, how are you? I'm much better. Um, does anybody have any other questions? Because I think I'm going to end it. I'm gonna get off of here. The mayor in Baltimore was cussing. Oh, really? By the way, can we get a round of applause for the governor of California? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, he's good at trolling. He has less than 100 days out of the White House. Thank you, Bonsil. Debbie. Valerie, good to see you. Yeah. Okay, guys. Yeah, I'm going to get off of here. I will see you guys in a few days. Um, so, anyway, you guys have a good evening. I'm going to go get some rest. Thank you all for joining me, though. I appreciate it. And like I said, in case you weren't here, thank you guys for all the prayers and the wonderful thoughts and all of the messages that I got from you guys. It really, really helped me on this journey. I'm still on it, but I'm a lot better. All right, guys. Thank you so much and good night. Bye.